Amazing.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're here with Miss Tia and KC, Biz Boss, and there's only one of her. Trust us when we say that. And we're going to let them introduce themselves, and then we're going to basically ask them some similar questions. But these two just are bringing another level higher of flavor to this whole speaker thing. And again, I'm thankful that I know these two wonderful women. So, Miss Tia, we'll start with you. Who are you?
Well, I am a Philadelphian, so I like to say, yes, I bleed Eagles. I don't care what anyone says. But in all seriousness, I am a spiritual lifestyle entrepreneur. I am a blogger, a writer, a speaker, and what I actually love to do is to help people ignite their spirituality and empower their quality of life so that way they can live a phenomenal life they'll love.
Oh, that is good. That is good. And somebody just had a birthday, right?
Well, tomorrow, right? The 31st.
Okay,
yes.
awesome. All right, Miss KC.
I am a Hall of Famer, 6-time author, also writing 2 more books simultaneously, brand strategist, international speaker, and lover of the word. I like to empower others to come out and share their story with the universe and just be the, my thing is next level. I want everyone to explore the next level and come outside the box.
That is good. And I'm kind of glad you went there because, I wanted to kind of come at another angle with you guys. What prevents people from going to that next level? And that's what this group, this mastermind has talked about while on this cruise. So Tia, we'll start with you. What really, in your experience, what prevents people from going to that next level?
Hands down, mindset.
Amen.
The go-to may be fear, but everyone has that. So it's your why, courage, that takes you over that fear. So if that's the case, then we have to look at mindset. So it's, what's the generational mindset issue there?
That's good.
What's the mindset of the people around you? Because all that influences you. So it's
that's good.
Mindset.
Kind of go into that, and then we're gonna ask Miss Candice. What kind of delve into generational mindset a little bit? What is that about?
So that has to do with, for example, say your grandmother experienced the Great Depression. So she's all about saving the money in the mattress. Don't trust banks. Now your mom's the same way. Maybe she would open up maybe one bank account, just one, but she would keep money close to the chest. Maybe she won't go on vacation,
that's good.
stuff like that. So it filters to you, and you have this notion about money that you really don't know.
And you kind of operate from scarcity a lot of times, don't you?
Absolutely.
That is good. That's good. Miss Casey, why do people rather stay where they are than go to that next level?
I hate to use the word fear, because I think that is something that we've just learned to kind of say that because it's easy. But what I really think, I don't think people have a fear of success. I think people just don't know how to go to the next level. They don't know what the next step is. That's the beauty of coming to events like this and meeting wonderful people that are coaches, that are masterminds, that have been there, that have done it. Because one of the things that I challenge everyone every single day is you got to step into your next level, even when you don't want to, in spite of yourself. I have heard people say do it afraid, which is a great way to approach it. But I know that your next level is waiting for you. And there's nothing that's going to stop you but you. You have to step into it.
That is really good. So let's stay there. So what do you suggest people do when they are, for the lack of a better word, afraid to even broach the subject of next? Because one of my quotes says, your next requires you to be an entirely different person, that you're not even there yet. You know what I'm saying? So what would be a step one to even peering into next?
So let me ask you a question. When you're a young kid and it's time for you to learn how to swim, what happens, those really amazing swimmers, what happens after they paddle around and they kind of stay around and they hang around the pool? Eventually what happens? Somebody just throws you in, and then you really learn how to swim, because guess what? You have no choice. And that's the best way
good. That's
to
good.
experience your next level, is to do it Just do it when you have no choice. Do it every single day. Think of, what is my next level going to be like? I wake up every day thinking, when me and Oprah are talking, when we're having dinner, I can't wait to tell her how I wish that day was going to come, but I knew that it was going to come because I'm ready. I'm ready to meet Oprah and Tyler. It's already in my plan for 2018.
Oh, that is good.
I
That
already
is
know.
good.
And I'm getting closer because I'm dealing in other circles of people that know her firsthand.
That
So
is good. You feel it, don't you?
I feel it. But guess what? You got to want it though. You
That
gotta
is
want it a little
good.
bit.
That is good.
You can't just make
Hold that
anybody throw
thought.
you in the
I like
pool.
that. Hold that thought. Tia, what's your advice to those people that Kandi talk about? They don't even want to think about it. She wants it. They don't even want it.
Right.
So what's your take on that?
My take is that you have to start from ground zero. So what I do is I wake up in the morning and I do one of three things. Either play motivational videos on YouTube, I work in silence, or I just spend time with my thoughts. So you have to check yourself first. Like, they have to show up to the pool. You got to get
That's
right
good.
mind to show up to the pool.
That's
so
good.
Start there. Start there.
That is good. So
Can I ask a question?
you got go ahead.
If they show up, I can throw them in.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. So when you guys were thrown in, I'm sure you guys were thrown in. So what do you do when that happens? Because we say that a lot. Well, just do it, just do it, just do it, and people hear that, and it's kind of cliche now. So what does that really mean to just do it, just show up, just you're gonna get thrown in? What does that really mean?
It means that you have to give yourself permission. It starts with giving yourself permission to do it. This is my one kind of challenge that I give to everyone, is that we spend a lot of times waiting for validation from other people, and guess what? Sometimes it's just not going to be there.
Amen.
So you have to give yourself permission that it's okay. It's okay when people may not think it's the popular thing to do. It's okay when you don't think you're good enough. It's okay when your spouse or husband or sister or brother says that you can't be an entrepreneur, but you can.
That
so you
is
have
good.
to give yourself permission and be okay that that's the only permission that you need.
Let me hear three folks say amen. Oh, that's good. Tia, thank you for y'all trusting me to be the moderator, because I flow. And where I'm going before I get to your secret sauce, be real for everybody. What was, KC is talking about that moment that you were thrown in. What's a moment in your life where you decided to go ahead and jump in? There was a turning point in your life. What was that turning point in your life?
Hands down, the death of my grandparents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my grandmother passed away from cancer, and that was a rough 2-year period. And after that, my pop passed from a broken heart, and I went on a 2-year healing journey, and I emerged a whole new Tia after that. So my turning point was really figuring out, who am I, what the heck just happened in my life, and what's going to happen going forward. So I started living for me after that happened, as opposed to the accolades and what can I do to present myself before I arrive somewhere. So
I see that. I see that in you. I see that. Thank you for sharing that. So let me ask you, and we'll start with you. Let me ask both of you, what's your secret sauce? Terrance and Abiola shared theirs. Be you. What's y'all secret sauce? Y'all got a secret, and you need to go ahead and let it be recorded. Y'all got a secret that you operate on, of being who you are, being great. So what's your secret?
My secret is that I focus hardcore on being unapologetically me.
That's good.
I realize that I'm going to make mistakes, and all right, I just got to own it and figure out a remedy for that. But I just work each and every day to be unapologetically me, whether that's wearing blue contacts or trying some new equipment at the gym. That's what I'm doing.
KC, Miss Biz Boss, what's your secret?
Come back to the secret sauce question. I want to actually elaborate on something you said about the turning point. I started a book that I didn't finish several years ago, and it was actually called The Turning Point of Success. I reached out to 3 celebrities and asked them what was their turning point. So I reached out to Will Downing, and he told me his turning point. I still am trying to get that book out. He said his turning point was when he was very, very ill, and he wasn't sure if he was going to make it. So he said that when he came back this next time, which you guys can see, he was like, I'm not stopping no matter what. I interviewed David Banner, And David Banner said that he was broke. His house in Alabama had gotten broken into. He was on his way home with everything he had in his car. And he got that call. And he had to stop and go to FedEx and have them FedEx and send, this is the hip-hop star, they had to fax his new contract to a FedEx. He had to get off the highway and go and sign that contract when he thought it was done. He thought he was finished. Then I interviewed Teddy Riley, right? Teddy Riley. And he said when he started his nonprofit and he started giving away food every year to single moms around Thanksgiving, giving them Thanksgiving dinners, and he does, I think, some ridiculous number, like 1,000 turkeys. And he was saying that's when things changed for him. So for me, my turning point, I've had a couple, but the biggest one was in 2014 when I was awarded my Hall of Fame status. Because prior to then, I'd been doing everything to help everyone else and make everyone else great.
That's good.
And there was a day when I woke up and said, I need to make me great.
Amen. That's good.
And I stopped and started focusing on what I wanted to do next. I wanted to be an international speaker. I wanted to do videos. I ran into people like Terrance. And then I said, I want to do a 50-city tour. Got on Periscope, did that. So at some point, I go back to, there was always a turning point.
That's good.
For all of us. But you got to make it count. Don't just do it. Just to say you did it. Make it count for something. So you see everything I brand Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer, because this is not to throw it in your face. It's to remind me
that's
that this
good.
is the point
That's
in
good.
which I became a new Kandi Conda.
That's good.
Yes.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. That's I guess you just gave that's your secret sauce. That's your secret sauce.
Yes.
What you just shared.
Yes.
That is.
Yes.
I'm just a big crybaby. Y'all about to. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Just.
But thank you. You have done an amazing job. The way
You're
you set
wonderful.
this up.
Yes.
This is
Thank you.
you did an amazing job. I
really
could not
did.
have the way this is awesome. It's just
Right.
it's beautiful. It's perfect. I love it. We thank you.
Yes.
We owe you for today. We owe you for this conference.
Yeah.
You have made it what it is. You kept us enjoying ourselves every day.
High
It's
five
been
you.
amazing.
Yes.
You've been
Yes.
praying over us, dancing with us.
You're our mayor.
You are the mayor of the enchantment.
Yes.
We love you for it.
There you
Yes.
go.
This would not have been the same without you, Dr. Sims. You've done an amazing job. And we're not done yet.
Right.
At least I can't cry my
Running the camera.
My contest can't slip out, so
I know. Okay, we're back.
commercial break.
I know, right? Y'all give your contact information out. We'll start with you, Miss Tia.
my website is tiamariejohnson.com, and I do have a gift for people because my birthday is in 2 days. So if you sign up for the newsletter, I am offering my ebook for free, and in my ebook, I interviewed the Hall of Famer, the Boss, and also Abiola, who was just interviewed. And Kandi's laughing because I owe her book.
And I've never seen this book, but I know it exists. I trust her.
And if you're on the paperback, reader, it's on sale for $10 because of my birthday. There's a code, so as soon as you sign up for the email, you'll get a letter to you or an email to you, and then you get all the deets there. And it's how to get to the point in your life.
Thank you, Miss Casey Biz Boss. What's your contact information?
I am Casey Biz Boss all over the universe. At Casey, as in Kansas City, KCBIZBOSS, and you can reach me there everywhere. And that's Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Periscope, you name it. I'm at Casey Biz Boss. Live.me as well. And if you are looking at this, you can get this for half price. This is It's Your Go Season, which is a motivational book for women and entrepreneurs, but it also has a chapter on my Hall of Fame journey. And with that, we're going to wrap up the segment. Thank you guys so much for being a part of our speaker segment. And we want you to become a paid speaker. Okay? All right, thank you.
All right.
All right, y'all hold tight. We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome back to Creativepreneur Summit 2017 TV. I'm your host, Terrance, the Unstoppable Coach Leftridge, and we are here talking to one of our aspiring speakers that we ran across here at the summit, here on the Enchantment of the Seas. So myself and my beautiful co-host, Abiola Abrams, is going to be talking to our aspiring speaker, Michelle Watson. Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you, Terrance.
So Michelle, tell us a little bit about what you do currently.
Currently, I am an editor and also an author.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And where are you from?
I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia area in Snellville.
Okay.
Yep.
And so now you have told us, you've been here at the Creativepreneur Summit, you've been listening to Abiola and myself and our other esteemed speakers on the panel talking about our lives as a speaker. And you mentioned to us that you want to be an aspiring speaker. Tell us why that's important to you.
Well, because already here at the summit this morning, you have talked about the importance of telling stories, and that's one of the reasons I became an editor, was to help authors tell their stories better. And so there's also a lot of talk these days about companies, especially small businesses, understanding the importance of their story. Well, what I want companies, corporations, small business, doesn't matter. Everything tells your story. Whether you sit down and write out your story and your company's history or not, there's a story about you. And you may not be the one telling it. It might be your customers. And so what you want to do is create an experience about and for them that they tell the story you want them to tell.
I love it.
I think that that's very powerful, Michelle, and an incredibly powerful offering for any
Yes.
business. Now, I know that you have a specific niche, a very powerful niche that you work with.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, I love to work with Christian business owners and executives because although the information is the same no matter what kind of company you own, your reason for the way you do things is going to be a little different when you're a Christian company because your whole focus needs to be getting the gospel out. And so you want to tell your story in a way that attracts people to you so that you can then be the witness to them that we are commanded to be.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And so, actually, why don't we find out more about Michelle's story?
Yeah.
Since, she is the storytelling maven. So as a storytelling maven, what is it that is your story? What drives you?
Oh, I have so many stories. I think that life is not just one big story. It's made up of little stories. And so just learning to apply each and every story that I have, each experience, whether it's becoming a teen mom at 17 years old or having been married to a wonderful man for 21 years and how that came about because I met him when we were 17 and I was 2 months pregnant. And so there's just so much more to that particular story, and then we went through my daughter getting pregnant at 18 and then getting married and everything that she's going through with that now. And so just everything, it creates a story in your life. And it's not that your life is one story. It's that you have so many stories that it can apply to so many situations that help so many different types of people.
I think, go ahead, Terrance.
So one of the things that I'm going to point out to the audience and
Sure.
point out to you is that you have already told us what you do for others.
Yes.
But the one thing we know as seasoned speakers who were once aspiring speakers is that we were able to tell somebody else's story because we heard somebody else's story. But we weren't always able to tell our own story that was deep inside of us.
Sure.
So my question to you is, how are you so able as an editor and the other things you do to tell other people's story, to help them craft their own story? What's been holding you back from doing your own story or telling your own story?
Oh, goodness. I think that what has held me back the most is probably not really believing that people wanted to hear it and
Yes.
finding the right environment in which they do. It's not that people don't necessarily want to hear my story. It's that I question, is this the right time? Is this the right story to share in this situation? And if I don't feel that it's right, I'm actually pretty quiet. And I know that everybody that we have met and stuff this week doesn't always believe that, but it really is. I had a pastor accuse me of getting moody when I got quiet earlier this past week, and that's just not true. It's just that I know there's times to just stop and observe, and sometimes stopping and observing everybody else can keep you stuck it's a safe place to be, and it's a procrastination technique, really, to keep you from going and just speaking. If you've got something to say, go ahead and say it. If it's not the right time, you'll eventually learn. That comes with discernment over time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Beautiful.
And there is a way for, and this is a universal principle.
Sure.
Speakers speak, preachers preach,
Yes.
talkers talk. So there's no such thing as the right time to speak. There may be the right time with the right message.
Right.
And so that's what we want to help you discern
Okay.
the difference in the time that we have right now. So if you could speak right now, what are you most passionate about speaking about?
I think in this particular moment, it would be true to who you are. Don't let other people treat you poorly.
Okay. So Abby, when she talks about be true to yourself and don't let other people treat you poorly, what would you say to her as a seasoned speaker on how she could share that message in any arena?
I want to just share with you, that speaking is a title, right? But what you do is, as a human being, this is heart to heart.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so just now, when you said, don't let other people treat you poorly, and usually that's an emotional space that we would go away from. As a powerful speaker, that's what you go into.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yes.
so when you shared with us at the beginning, because, it's your own experiences that are going to magnetize us to you as an author, as a speaker, as as you being an entrepreneur. And it puts you in a different position so that you're not, hunting down or chasing down opportunities, but your audience members are drawn in by your experience and your story. And at the very beginning, when I said, well, what is your story, right? And you named 3 different powerful instances and said, well, we all have many stories. That we know. But just like when you're working with your businesses, you're going to teach them how to highlight the key stories and tie it into their greater mission in order to magnetize their ideal customers
Yes.
to them. And so, by saying, when we speak in generalities, we dismiss ourselves, right? And there's a
Yes.
difference between telling and showing. So when you're telling that story, just
Wow.
like,
That's powerful right there. Oh my God.
you see what just happened?
Awesome.
Okay.
Right.
The audience, everybody right now is in right there.
There's a woo. That's right. Wow.
Power of storytelling. Look at that. Look how powerful you are.
So now she's learning to tell, she's going to get through this, and she's going to learn to tell her story even better and more powerfully, as well. And hopefully she'll turn to her mother to help her on that journey. But if not, she will find the resources that she needs to get her there.
Let's give Michelle a round of applause.
Word.
So here's the one thing that just happened in this whole situation.
Yes.
Average speakers speak from the mind,
Yeah.
hoping to reach people's hearts. Great speakers speak from the heart to the heart. You spoke from the heart about your story. You spoke, and it wasn't even your story, it was your daughter's
Yes.
story that you lived through. That's what a great speaker does. When you are able to turn someone else's story into your story and then bring it into your audience's story, that's when you are a great speaker. That's when you are able to have a connection with your audience, no matter whether it's in the corporate world, no matter whether it's in the nonprofit world, no matter if you're talking to someone on the beach, talking to someone in church. There are things that we all universally go through. We all go through pain. We all are looking for some type of gain. And if you speak from the heart to the heart, you're going to reach the hearts of the audience that is connected to your message.
Thank you.
So
Great.
thank you for coming.
Great.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great job. Wow.
Thank you.
So we are here at the Creativepreneur 2017 Summit. We're going to be doing more of this throughout the day. So you can catch us on Creative Summit 2017 TV or check us out on our individual Facebook pages. We'll be coming back to you with more timely tips and advice to help you become a great speaker and a better entrepreneur. Take care.